Hello students, today we are going to learn about hormones other than sex hormones. Those hormones are secreted by endocrine glands. What are endocrine glands? The glands that secrete hormones are called as endocrine glands. So, other than endocrine glands, we also have exocrine glands. They are sweat glands and salivary glands. So sweat glands, salivary glands are called exocrine glands, and there are around 6 to 7 we have endocrine glands which make the system called as endocrine system. These endocrine glands and exocrine glands, how they are different from each other. So endocrine glands, whatever they produce, whatever they secrete, that directly goes into the blood. Whereas exocrine glands like sweat glands, salivary glands, they produce some secretions that can be thrown out of the body. For example, saliva secreted by salivary glands, sweat secreted by sweat glands can be released out of the body. But endocrine glands produce hormones which directly reach to the blood. And endocrine glands do not have any duct. Duct means the tube-like structures that carry the hormones or carry the secretions. There are no tube as such. So whatever they produce, whatever these glands are secreting or producing, reaches directly to the blood. Whereas exocrine glands are having ducts. Ducts means some tube-like structures that carry their secretion. So endocrine glands produce what? They produce hormones. They are actually chemicals which are directly going into the blood, which help in maintaining the control and coordinating of the organs. Internal organs are brought under the control and they are coordinated towards each other by hormones. If you see now endocrine glands shown in this table, we have hypothalamus, pituitary gland, thyroid gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, testes, ovaries. All these glands are producing certain hormones. For example, hypothalamus gland produces what hormone? Antidiuretic hormone that acts on the kidney to regulate the fluid balance. So, antidiuretic hormone is produced by hypothalamus, which is helping in the functioning of kidney. The very important gland in our body is pituitary gland. What is that gland called? Pituitary gland is also called as master gland. Why it is called master gland? Because it helps in producing certain hormones. And once the pituitary gland secrete the hormones, that means it is giving the signal to other glands to start functioning. It stimulates the functioning of other glands. Pituitary gland is called master gland because it controls all other glands. The main hormone produced by pituitary gland is growth hormone, which helps in growth of our body. At the same time, it also produces other hormones which helps in functioning of other endocrine glands. That's why pituitary gland is also called as master gland. Pituitary gland controls even testes, ovaries for the functioning of sex organs. Another gland here you can see. Before I go for this next gland, let me tell you about pituitary gland, where it is located. It is located in our head. It is very small in size, pea-shaped. Pea means pea, green peas. That pea-shaped or pea-sized gland present in our brain is pituitary gland. It's very small, but it has got major function to control and coordinate the functioning of all other glands, endocrine glands. The next gland is thyroid gland. This is located in our neck region, which is in the shape of butterfly. It secretes a gland it secretes a hormone called as thyroxine. It helps in growth and development of our body. It helps in regulating all the metabolic activities of our body. Metabolic activities means whatever activities that occur inside our body are called metabolic activities, are brought under the control of thyroxine hormone secreted by thyroid gland. If this thyroxine hormone is produced more or produced less, that also causes the gland to not to function properly. At that time, a person may suffer from different health problems. Sometimes the gland size may become bigger. In the neck, sometimes bulging of the neck will take place. We call that condition as goiter. Goitre, goiter. So, thyroxine hormone helps in regulating the metabolism of our body. Sometimes because of this thyroxine production is not appropriate, at that time a person may become overweight. Sometimes a person may become underweight depending on the secretion of this hormone by the gland. It should not become excess, it should not be less, it should be as per the level according to the age and according to the sex. The third important endocrine gland shown here is pancreas. You must have learnt about pancreas in our digestive system. It secretes digestive juice called as pancreatic juice. At the same time, it is also producing hormones called as insulin and glucagon. These hormones help in maintaining of our sugar in the blood. So whatever we take, that gets converted, whatever food we are taking, that converts into glucose. That glucose is nothing but simple sugar. So the level of glucose in the blood should be up to certain level only. It should not become excess. So who maintains the level of sugar in the blood? That is insulin hormone. Insulin hormone, if it is secreted less, at that time the sugar level in the blood may increase and a person may suffer from a condition, unhealthy condition, a disease called as diabetes. So diabetes occurs when the production of insulin becomes low or intake of sugar in our body becomes more. So one should be very much careful while consuming the sugar. We should not take excess of sugar, starch, fatty food items more than required. It should be balanced, otherwise we may suffer from diabetes. Pancreas is also called as a mixed gland. Why? Because it is acting as an exocrine gland as well as it acts as endocrine gland. Exocrine gland because it secretes pancreatic juice. Endocrine gland because it secretes insulin and glucagon. The next gland which we are going to discuss here is adrenal gland. Sometimes we suffer from many stress condition, or sometimes we become emotional, sometimes we are worried, sometimes we are very sad. During such condition, emotional conditions, emotional stress, etc., our body, our heartbeat should be normal. We should not be in danger. So at that time, how it is managed or how it is maintained by our body, this adrenal gland secretes epinephrine, or another main hormone is adrenaline. Epinephrine as well as adrenaline. This hormone helps in controlling our heart rate and blood pressure. Thereby, person whenever he undergoes any stress or strain condition, he is not affected by the sudden heartbeat or heart failure. So adrenal gland helps in adjusting to stress when one is angry, embarrassed or worried. So adrenal gland secretes adrenaline hormone, which is very much essential for one to survive during any emotional condition. Suddenly we may get scared during our examination. Sometimes when somebody dies, our near one dies, we may very much emotional, but we tolerate all the situations because of the adrenaline hormone produced by adrenal gland. So it is very much helpful for us to maintain the stress, that is stress management. Other two glands, they are testes in male and ovaries in female. Other last gland, testes in male, ovaries in female. They are also coming under the section of glands. They are also sex organs. At the same time, they are glands because they help in producing hormones called as testosterone in males, estrogen and progesterone in ovaries, that is in female. So testosterone helps in development of formation of gametes called sperms, help in the development of male characteristics, whereas in ovaries estrogen hormone is produced, progesterone hormone is produced, which help in formation of eggs, that is female gametes, and female characteristics are developed because of these hormones. So with that, I conclude saying that all these hormones produced by our endocrine glands are very much helpful in maintaining for normal growth of a person. So with that, I conclude. Thank you, children.